Misses will try to hold on, or rather hold off Triumph, who are perhaps the ones looking for the upset in this series. A tough ask for them, but let's find out if they can put anything on the board here, Pilski, as we head into Overpass.
All right, here we go. It's going to be the debut here for Moose, who, you know, in the past, going into different rosters like E United, has had some pretty good performances, and we know that he can sort of step up to a good level of fragging if he's inclined to. Going to be leading the charge into short B for Triumph, so they've secured some control over there. Now the smoke flying in towards Heaven, as well as onto towards the middle of the site, Molly onto the barrel. It's a complete retake for EG. Just looking for some picks as Triumph try to get into the site. Bomb will be planted. Now EG contesting connector here, Jordan.
Yeah, it's really a full retake setup from Evil Geniuses, isn't it? So Triumph are going to have to hold on. Slowly but surely, Evil Geniuses do end up clearing out connector. Breezy catching Penny. Now Spongy tries to trade on down, and he does a good job of that, but Cirque looks a little bit too good. A double kill, and Ethan and Stanislaw just walk into the bomb site. That is the pistol picked up for Evil Geniuses. Triumph, they got the bomb down, but didn't have much of a chance of holding on, and Evil Geniuses are looking sharp already.
Yep. Very nice job from them to just dot their I's and cross their T's on that CT side pistol. Full retake setup for them, but they just make sure that they clear the back of connector, that they have these extra couple of angles covered as they're heading into the site. Have the player swinging wide as well as the additional player covering. It's exactly what you wanted to be seeing. And now Triumph, they're going to try to go for a bit of a force buy. It's a decent one, to be honest. 2 AKs with sets of util. We got that Galil on Spongy, and then 2 Deagle armorless players. Could have an outside shot of working here. The EG going for the boost over towards Party. Try and find themselves a pick. You see Cirque with the silenced M4. Looking for an angle over onto some of these Triumph players, but he is pushed off the boost. He doesn't want to stick around for too long. Got to be careful you don't get caught off here.
A little bit of damage exchanged on both sides. In the end, I guess Triumph does come out the better for it. Cirque's the player with the M4A1S, and as well, being down to 52 HP. Might see his impact dwindle a little bit in this round. Triumph are going to start pushing their way forward, though, into bathrooms. And it's, to be honest, taken them actually a fair bit of time to even get to this point. So by the time they do get actually up to the A-bomb site, there's not going to be a whole lot of time left to execute onto it. There's a smoke keeping them at bay right now in Suicide Alley.
They have 3 smokes here, Triumph, so they can full exit this site. They have a couple of mollies as well if they place those on towards the back side box, maybe towards truck or something like that. Just the initial molly clearing out some of those difficult bathroom angles, and now the exit flying in. 3 players here for EG.
Good utility usage so far on the CT side, and Cirque finds an easy one onto Junior. He's got a second. Onto Sheikh Zula, and Tarek, he goes straight through the smoke looking for some more damage. Can't find it this time, but he certainly puts Triumph on the back foot. Now they're trading back into the bomb site, though, and Stanislaw has to work hard to catch Spongy. In the end, Breezy wraps in from Optimus, and Evil Geniuses will keep 3 guns alive. In fact, they upgrade all 3 of their guns as well. 2 AKs and a Galil coming through. And a nice round from Cirque. He was the one with the M4A1S, the player that really was designated to do the damage, and he certainly did.
Nicely done. Good cleanup of that force buy there, even though Triumph do get a few picks. Now they're going to have to head into this eco round. Try to continue the good work that they did in the last round by inflicting a bit of damage on EG, keeping their money nice and low, which is why they've gone and invested in some of these Deagles. P250 as well, double push down long. Getting in the face of Sheikh Zula, or Shaka Zula as you call him, Jordan.
Shaka Zula.
Oh, Moose has done good work in short B though, and actually Triumph are going to be allowed to walk onto this B site. Ethan playing retake from Heaven.
So far, Ethan just having a good time tapping away. Bit of a farm for him, padding those stats. Don't mind that at all.
Yeah, pretty passive angle. Sort of relying on the fact that the T's wouldn't have purchased smokes in this round, which was correct, which means that he just gets to chill up there and just tap away, like you said. Sheikh Zula now heading onto that A bomb site, trying to get a flank in through Bank from Heaven. And Triumph got the 1 kill. Maybe if they bide their time long enough, they can try and get themselves another, but Ethan's made sure to check the flank there. So it's looking like 4 guns up here for EG.
Yep, and that's a great start to the CT side for them. Triumph not getting a whole lot done. Pistol didn't really go their way, even despite getting the bomb plant down quite early. And Evil Geniuses are working their way through this series pretty nicely so far. Obviously, it's early days, and we might still yet see something from Triumph, but it's quite evident at the moment that one team is out to play, and that's Evil Geniuses. Full buy does come through from Triumph. AK's in hand.
Yeah, let's see what they got for themselves in this first gun round. It is their map pick, where we want to see why they have chosen this map in particular to try to get an upset over EG. You do have Moose just defaulting over towards that B side of the map. One in connector, the trio of players over here towards A, trying to work something. Tarek tries to find an angle towards the fountain there, but chooses to fall off, drops that smoke for Cirque, and I imagine Cirque will just post up on that playground line exactly like that. Gets the pick on Spongy. Triumph, fortunately, lose a player there, and are running a little light on utility here.
Not so bad for Triumph, though. They've got enough util to get into the A bomb site. Smoke's going to be thrown by Sheikh Zula and the Molly as well, which actually has landed inside of the smoke, so it's a little bit unfortunate for him, but he's going to try and clear the angle out, the close angle by Bathrooms, and he has managed to at least get this far forward, close to the bomb site. Having a bit of a peek over the smoke, does need to be careful, but so far no rotations coming in really from Evil Geniuses. Slowly but surely, Stanislaw starts to make his way up. Tarek is smoked off, but Sheikh Zula falls to Cirque. Penny does manage to trade one down. Triumph still looking for a little bit more work. Cirque right now with the AWP is putting on a bit of a masterclass, and that's too easy for Evil Geniuses.
Yep, very nice first gun round for them. Triumph, look, lost an early pick there. Tried to go for a bit of a cute execute towards A with a bit of setup there, but pretty quickly shut down for EG, who are just seemingly trading out one better, if not more than that, almost in every single situation, which is just the trouble with playing EG at the moment. They're on point individually, pretty hard to contest with.
Another kill for Cirque early on in the round, getting a lot of work done with this AWP. We're already seeing him really start to farm Triumph.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a save here. Try and inflict a little bit of damage. The money's not out of control on EG. You can still see they're a little poorer on a couple of these players.
Peekaboo. I see you.
It's very brave to be peeking that angle against Cirque. But I guess you don't have a whole lot to lose with the Deagle, and Spongy does find a right timing. The leg, actually, with the no-scope, but getting a little excited for no reason, really. As Triumph, look, they're getting a couple of kills, but realistically shouldn't be taking the round away here. But it's not about the round, it's about the damage to it.
Yeah, and so far so good for Triumph, at least in this round. If you look at this one, without the context of the other rounds, you think Triumph's done a good job there. But down 4-0, soon to be 5-0. Even if they are damaging the economy a little bit, the question really becomes how much that's actually going to be relevant in the later rounds.
Yeah, they've got info that Sheikh Zula is heading over towards that B site, the off angle from Breeze. Did you see him surf past there? It seems like it's starting to shift up short B, holding hands with these two EG players. Make sure they have that trade potential. And although he does quick scope Breeze, a very good effort from Triumph there, and Sheikh in particular, off the back of some awkward situations and maybe some cake shots from EG. Triumph almost get that one across the line, but it's a good effort for them to take 4 guns away from EG.
Yep.
That definitely takes a toll on the economy, and that creates a window of opportunity here for Triumph. They've kind of been getting pummeled so far on Overpass, but if they can regather themselves, if they can win 2 gun rounds in a row, they can break that CT economy, and they can actually try to close this round gap here.
The window of opportunity is only relevant, though, if they take advantage of it.
Yes.
So,
and that's not a great start. Moose, he's trying to take that short B control. He gets airstruck by a nade and then tapped through the wood there by Stanislaw. So, it's a bit sad.
definitely not the start to the round that Triumph were looking for. Smoke's going to go into the monster tunnel just to slow things down, and Evil Genius is not really looking too concerned right now on the CT side. Yeah, they lost a couple of guns last round, but if they continue to find these initial peaks, and I don't even know, I think it's actually probably all 6 rounds now where they have found the opening pick. So Evil Genius is just putting themselves in the right position every single time to sort of convert these rounds into wins.
And Triumph have looked so like hesitant when they lose that first pick. They very much run the clock down, take their time. Now they're going to speed things up outside of Monster. EG playing retake on the site from short B.
Yeah, Penny's all the way in, but at the moment, as you say, Evil Geniuses aren't actually doing much to defend the bomb site. They're quite happy to allow Triumph to get the bomb plant down and
they're
get
going to boost.
Full rotation across.
They're going to boost in short B. That might give them a free kill if they hit the right timing. I think they opted to cancel there.
They did. Ollie's gone into the site to push anyone off of that angle. Cirque's going to keep an eye on things from the sniper's window. 1-for-1 trades coming on here, but Triumph managed to peg one back. Cirque not aware that Spongey's in dirty water, and all of a sudden this actually starts to look winnable for Triumph, but Breezy, 1-on-2. Let's see what he can manage. Not a whole lot. Junior with a no-scope, and Triumph will find their first round, and from a 4-on-5 disadvantage as well, Pilski.
Good round from Triumph. And that's cooked the money of EG. Didn't need those 2 gun rounds in a row, just needed the singular with the no-loss bonus that EG does have. That big round from Sheikh Zula in the previous has a massive impact here. Takes 4 guns away from them, then they win the following gun round and they force EG on a save. Very nice stuff from Triumph.
Yep. Only going to be the single save from Evil Geniuses here. Not a whole lot invested at all, but Ethan, even despite not having really anything to his name but that 5-7.
He only used 1 bullet there.
Oh.
He legit just ran into short B and just one-tapped him with a 5-7.
Love to see it.
That's the kind of caliber of opposition you're going up against with EG. It's disgusting.
Uh-oh. Really starting to see this kind of become a problem for Triumph at the moment. Cirque's gone and grabbed himself one as well. Look at where Tarek is. He's only got a USP in hand, but now picks the AK up that's been retrieved, and he'll start to wrap in behind. This is a bad-looking situation for Triumph. They actually need to speed things up and get into the bomb site, get a plant down. Ethan looking dangerous at the moment. Tarek's grabbed one. Damage is done onto Sheikh Zula. It's a 1-on-2, but it's winnable for Tarek.
There's a smoke here for Junior. He does throw that in the correct position over towards short B there. He's just locking down that angle, but he's starting to lose the fight versus Tarek.
Smoke on the bomb. No armor. Sheikh Zula isn't going to decide to peek just yet, but Tarek, he's actually going to hold this defuse. It's a full 10-second defuse, Pilski. Sheikh Zula creeping forward. He might have waited too long. I think the round's over. Evil Geniuses have won it. Tarek, the big brain gameplay. He just hides in the smoke, and Triumph. That is not a round that they could afford to let slip.
It's cheeky. And you're right, Jordan. Bit of a missed opportunity there. Definitely shouldn't be losing to an eco. And that very much was an eco. I think there was only 2 or 3 upgraded pistols. Had a couple of players with USPs. Maybe a flash. That's all EG invested in that round, and they get it across the line. Either way, they take very little out of it, and they reduce their loss bonus to 0 again, which means that they have to fully invest in this round, which means that their money's still pretty cooked. Triumph with that loss bonus they have built up, do reinvest. That's a fortunate kill for Moose to get, just spamming Breezy as he crosses Monster. So Triumph, man advantage here. They need to take advantage of this, but you can see Tarek pushing all the way in through Playground. He's gotten himself behind Moose and Spongy. And Junior trades one back. Oh, this is getting awkward.
It is getting awkward. It's getting messy at the moment, but hey, it's interesting. Counter-Strike to watch. Ethan's posted on the off angle, just keeping an eye on Monster for the moment. Triumph aren't actually electing to commit to either of these bomb sites.
Yeah, I think Triumph need to make the best of this man advantage that they've got, and I like what Sheikh's doing. He's going to throw that progression smoke up long A, make a little bit of noise.
Cirque has gambled all the way down to the B bomb site though, so this actually might work out for Evil Geniuses. Ethan's starting to float back towards the rotate, but
I think Sheikh Zula is so far away that I'm not sure they can even hear these grenades. They hear the Molotov now, but they're not rotating off. They're just sticking on this site.
Yeah, they're going to gamble it, and it might be a gamble that pays off. Ethan, if he finishes Penny off, he spots the shadow, pre-fires the angle. Junior waits patiently with the AWP, but someone's going to have to go and scramble for that bomb, Pilski. There's only 20 seconds left. Sheikh Zula's coming through from the A bomb site. He has managed to get that frag onto Ethan, which has given away his position. Cirque, though, definitely, again, a doable round for him. Sheikh Zula shuts it down. Triumph respond back well.
Nicely done. Breeze on a double eco now. And that resets EG yet again. Funnily enough, worst thing they could have done for their money was to win a full eco, where they don't survive with any guns. Because they're in very much the same position as before.
That was a big flank from Sheikh Zula.
Yeah, I think I didn't mind what he was doing there. Trying to just throw some utility, draw a rotation. But EG, the situation they knew that they were in, they kind of just were like, well, if they go A, they go A. We're just going to sit here till the end of time. It doesn't matter how much utility we hear on the other side. If they go A, we just save. Triumph are about to walk into a stack here, Jordan.
It's full USPs though, Pilski. So this one should be pretty routine, although Cirque's already done a number onto Junior, and Spongy gets dropped low as well. Headshots are getting put in here by Evil Geniuses, but in the end, Triumph do get away with 4 guns alive. So starting to build a little bit into this T side. I was a bit worried, you know. It was 5-0. Seemed like Evil Geniuses were having no problems at all, and I thought we might get a bit of a blowout. Now at least Triumph are showing us something.
Yeah. EG heavily going back to those Famises. Really relying on the U-tilt first and foremost. Tarek's that player over towards the A side of the map, so he doesn't value the utility. But to hold down B, you definitely need those grenades. Similar sort of a look for Triumph. Main difference being that they don't have as many players over towards this A side of the map. Instead, just 2 players in con. Moves all the way up short B. Might not be something that EG are ready for. You can see Ethan posturing on that angle.
Yeah, Ethan's not aware of it at all. Oh, he's going to
check, check it.
Oh, and off the back of the flashbang. That's perfection from Stanislaw, really.
I love just that little detail, knowing that it could be dirty. It's just fantastic awareness. See so many people take angles like that for granted. Now I think EG going for the boost. Spongy's gotten rid of Tarek, who's flashed into long there. But Triumph very much starting to exert some control and influence over bathrooms and over long A, which prompts some of these rotations up from EG.
Heading in the direction, though, of Cirque, who is looking pretty warmed up at the moment.
And the push from Stanislaw straight up long A. That's what you want to be seeing. EG looking for information, looking to make moves so that they can try to rotate effectively. Ethan down in water already. They've got a couple players in forward positions, and that's why you're seeing this rotation being able to come out from Breeze, from Cirque. They're well aware that it's the B bomb site because Stanislaw's made the mid-round push and gathered full information, and that's what Overpass CT side is all about.
Yeah, this is great work from Evil Geniuses. Tarek has been doing a lot of that. He did get picked off this round, but has been having a lot of effectiveness previous to this point. And Cirque down early on the B bomb side is already a problem for Triumph. They recognize the round is over. They're going to try and save, but they won't be able to. Evil Geniuses will run them down. 7-3 the scoreline.
That's just one of those things where, like, for Triumph, they're thinking, let's just try to walk into this B bomb site. Worst case scenario, where, like, I think they had 3 alive towards the end of that round. They were down a man. They're thinking, oh, worst case scenario, we got a 3v2 on this B bomb site, maybe like a 3v3 if they have an extra rotator and they're playing retake A or something.
Yep.
It's actually even worse than that. Just off the back of EG grabbing that info, have a 3v3 on the site in positions where EG's 100% ready and 100% sure they're committing to that site, and you've got a fast flank on Stanislaw. That's like, you can't 100% the round more.
You're again going to start seeing that push come in from Evil Geniuses on long. Tarek all the way up towards where Bicycle used to be. So he's going to start getting a bit of info in toward Playground, in toward Party and Fountain if he does continue this push.
Well, yeah, this is a bit of a different thing because it's more just like a setup as opposed to like a mid-round push for info. But if Tarek waits till like 50 seconds and then makes a move out towards that part of the map, Well, he's actually going a little earlier. I'm keen to see if Cirque's going to help him with a flash here or whether he's just going to go dry.
Cirque does have a couple of flashes in the back pocket, but
Oh,
Tarek
the
has
timing.
got the timing right. He's going to walk in right behind 3 Triumph players. Sheikh Zula, he was watching behind, but I don't think he spotted Tarek, and oh, that's a beautiful spray down. Sheikh Zula and Spongy have no idea what's just hit them. Bomb's been spotted now. Evil Genius is once again in control of the round.
I don't think I've ever seen someone be so confident with the spray on that Galil. It's like
Exactly.
every bullet connected, man.
That was unbelievable. Not an easy thing
It's
to
small
do.
things like that. Ah, Cirque.
And that's the difference between pro players and people like us.
Yep. I'd struggle to get the 1 kill with the Galil Jordan, that's for sure. Either way, this is actually going a little pear-shaped for EG, but I think they're starting to recover themselves. And Triumph, they're really running the clock down in these rounds. I was hoping for a Triumph on this T side that was up-tempo.
Yeah.
That was trying to catch the... Just look at that, man. You love to see it. Trying to catch the better team sleeping a little bit, trying to get in their face.
Yep.
But it's been anything but for Triumph. They're very slow-paced. They're very much relying on trying to get these trades out and trying to just break down the man advantage situations. And I mean, it's not working for them, and maybe if they were playing a little better, it might be, but I just don't like that approach because you're playing a much better team individually and also just in terms of when you break it down into the mid-round, I think EG is just going to make better decisions more consistently.
A heart-stopping moment for Junior. Comes a couple of those tags. And again, one thing goes right for Evil Geniuses, and it seems nothing goes right for Triumph. Although Penny has got that pick onto Breezy.
Not really a whole lot to say, to be honest. It's just Triumph. Walking around the map, looking for some awkward timings or just trying to take some duels with the pistols to go for a bit of damage. And pretty routinely getting shut down for the most part. Every time I see someone getting some successful spams through these wood on B site, all I think of is of Zipnix, and the man's just not playing at the moment.
Yep.
Big F in the chat for Zipnix taking a break.
F's indeed. But hey, Astralis did pretty well yesterday against Fnatic, so maybe it's not F's after all. New era. Who knows? Cirque gets aggressive with the AWP this time, and he'll continue to walk forwards. Doesn't matter whether there's a smoke there or not. He was going to take that challenge every day of the week.
He's gotten away with it. It's ridiculous. Just another man advantage for EG, and now the boost in the mid-round. Trying to look for another pick. Doesn't connect, but Triumph now looking to run into a brick wall, essentially, as there's still a lot of players here for EG on this site, and they're playing aggressively, no less, Jordan.
Stanislaw on a bit of an off angle, does have to take a challenge. It's Penny that'll go down first, then Spongy. Stanislaw checks out short, but there's action over on Monster. And in the end, it's Breezer that'll finish it off. 10-3, Evil Geniuses are not missing a beat at the moment.
Yeah, not really. Gonna go for a half buy on Triumph. Give himself an outside shot at winning this round and be able to buy in the next anyway.
Rough way to end the half, isn't it, Pilsky? And that's very reminiscent of what Cirque just did, but this time it's Ethan with a rifle. Evil Geniuses are really dictating how this game plays out. Triumph are sort of trying to throw something in there every now and then, but Evil Genius always have the answer.
Yeah, I feel like Triumph playing a little too individualistic for the most part. Like, it's fine when they're looking for picks and they're trying to break things down in the mid to late round, and that's where they start to go together a little bit more. But, like, at some point, you really just have to try to, I feel like, pick up the pace a little bit or try to create some like, favorable duels for yourself. And they're not really finding them by just sort of walking around the map and looking for gaps in the defense that aren't really there for the most part. They need to create those opportunities for themselves with some good utility usage to get that map control, and then play with the rotations a little bit, or go for a pick that's a little bit more set up than just walking through a smoke into short B or something like that.
Well, it's an opportunity for Triumph to get to 4. Cirque, I don't even know how many opening duels that is for him now. He was at 4-0, I think, going into a couple of rounds ago. So that's probably 5-0 now, or 6-0 even for him. He's been consistently putting Evil Geniuses in such a good spot. Breezy locking it down from Toxic Barrels, and that's impressive. What a way to end the half for Evil Geniuses. 12-3. They're making it look easy right now on Overpass.
Will you follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Let it go. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that. Everybody's on that, gonna do it like this. Yeah, we never look back. Oh, got the bodies on tap, got the body on it, getting cloudy on it. Got me on the right track, yeah, you got me on it. Gonna do it like this, cause that's the way we want it. Gonna do it like this, gonna do it like that.
12-3 the scoreline. It's Evil Geniuses up against Triumph, and right now the odds are ever in Evil Geniuses' favor, even more so than they were at the start of the map. Don't really know what more there is to say, Pilski, but this has been a very one-sided affair. Evil Geniuses will look to clean this map up quite comfortably indeed.
You would expect so. Hopefully Triumph, though, can get things rolling a little bit more on the CT side, and Pistol would be a good way to start indeed. My name's Pilksy now. Love to see it. All right. Very fast one into short B.
I can hear that you've caused a debacle in the production room, and there might be a bit of a debacle on the B site. Where's
Nice.
Evil Geniuses gone?
Wow, that's a really nice clean up for Triumph.
They thought that
And
the map was over already. They thought we can go out, we can have a bit of a break.
Well,
They're out of the server already.
They're going to take a bit of a break, Jordan, because they probably have to take a save this round. Unless they want to go for those Deagle Armor Force Flies.
Oh,
That was a very nice cleanup for Triumph. Got to give them credit where credit's due. And that's exactly the kind of thing that they need to start actually getting rolling in this game. Bit of confidence, get a nice pistol, get a very clean anti-eco, and maybe they can get rolling with the momentum.
Well, it's going to take a fair bit of momentum to bring Triumph back into this map, but maybe they do prefer the CT side a little bit. Well, Geniuses are already sort of starting to work their way up toward the bomb site, so they're certainly not messing around here on the T side.
They're just walking it up the bathrooms at the moment. Not a whole lot to say. They hit a nice timing where the jump spot isn't on point for Junior. They could potentially overwhelm him and recover that AK, and that's, or the M4 rather. And that's what I was actually talking about. He's in a bit of a rough situation.
Another bink comes through. That's from Tarek, and it's 3-on-3. Guns are in the hands of Triumph still. Sheikh Zula does come in from long. No one was watching that angle, and that'll be the undoing of Evil Geniuses in this round.
Yeah, nicely done. It's a decent cleanup, but at the same time, losing 2 guns to Glocks is far from ideal. But 3 guns taken through, it's good enough for Triumph. And EG will be on the Glocks next. Ethan's just doing something.
That is really ambitious.
He's sending it. He's going for it.
He's still got 127 bullets, so I do wonder maybe if, you know, by the law of averages, would he by that stage have actually managed to get a kill or not?
Maybe.
Given enough time, jumping with a Glock, I'm sure you'd be able to. 5 up for Triumph, but this is where the going really gets tough. Guns in the hands of Evil Geniuses, plenty of util, enough to play with to get into either bomb site. And Triumph still yet to really get a hold of their own economy. They're still even running into this round with 3 FAMASas.
They're going to go for an aggressive push into playground. Good utility usage to put moves in position. In the meanwhile, Evil Geniuses takes disconnected control, but they've cleared out Stanislaw in the playground. That's a massive frag to be getting. Now just keeping tabs on where EG is, dropping some defensive utility, trying to stop the Ts from committing into this B bomb site, and I think for the time being it's worked.
Seems to have. Cirque's crept across to the sandbags, but Evil Geniuses are going to elect to just cancel. They might even just leave Cirque there and see what kind of work he can get done. He's still got a molly and a smoke, so could reliably actually fake the B bomb site as well.
Moose wraps into Con. Going to play in the corner, which leaves this A side of the map completely open. That's exactly where EG's heading. Cirque spearheading a bit of a push into short B. Seeing if he can catch one of these CT players. Running across the open in the bomb site. Doing something a little silly. Pull a rotation, something of that nature. And now EG just creeping up bathroom. Crab walking in a little pack here. Scuttle, scuttle.
There's only the one player up on A. Cirque, though, has been spotted, so Moose is going to clear out short water, and surely now the game is up. But Triumph, they've completely rotated off A. And Evil Genius is getting for free. They'll get a bomb plant down here, Pilski, and they can use some of that util to delay. Smoke goes down. 2 smokes, in fact. And Triumph are locked out of the site for now.
Yeah, they've got a couple of potential 2-on-1s though. So if they can take advantage of those, already winning that opener against Breezy, they've got a bit of a flank coming on. It's looking good for Triumph.
I think this is largely down to what Tarek can do, and that's a great start, but he can't hold on against Penny. Now it's Ethan one-on-one with Moose. Spray transfer. Not on point, not at least enough, and Evil Geniuses will drop another round. Triumph goes up to 6. Start to get a little bit interesting now here on the CT side. Obviously still a long way for Triumph to go. But they're showing something. They're getting some inroads going.
It was a very, very good round, start to finish, really, for Triumph. Going for that push in towards Playground, the repositioning. It's exactly like what I was talking about for EG, where you, on Overpass, you know, you want to be aggressive on that CT side. You want to go out there and find the information so that you can correctly rotate. And there's many opportunities to do that. So I like to see Triumph taking advantage of those opportunities and creating their own, I guess, little plays to make them able to gather that information and make the correct decisions.
Yeah, force buy-in from Evil Geniuses though, so the going doesn't necessarily get any easier for Triumph. Is posted on the bathrooms line, but all of Evil Genius is just going to creep past. See if maybe they can catch him off guard. That'd be a great start and would lead to an explosion onto the A bomb site, I dare say. He has got the backup of Moose, and that's where the flashes come from. Cirque, too good though, takes his head off. And that's the first opener that Evil Genius has had on this T side.
Sheikh Zula's in on the flank, but Moose can't hold on long enough. It's really up to Sheikh Zula to get some work done here, and he's threaded the needle perfectly.
Has he though? Is he aware of Cirque's position? Because he could still get backstabbed here, and if he gets maybe 1 or 2, it's still not going to be enough to win the round just yet. Cirque definitely posted on the line now. And he's going to start to explore bathrooms. Quick peek, there goes Sheikh Zula. Numbers advantage returns to the favor of Evil Geniuses, but very quickly equalized by Penny, who walks into the bomb site but will lose his teammate Spongy. Now a 1-on-2. Breezy and Cirque to try and clutch this one out, and Cirque is playing full base, which is now actually going to be necessary. Penny's going to have to dive on top of that bomb. Does have a smoke at least, but Cirque should make this one look easy, and does. That's an interesting smoke, and Cirque certainly thinks so as well.
Going to put Triumph in a difficult position as 1.7 and 1.8 on 2 of their players. They are sort of in that double eco territory, which is not where you want to be when Evil Geniuses have already secured their 13th. Could grab a 14th and a 15th if you take a double eco here. So Triumph, you know, it's kind of 2 options. You let EG have that, well, 3 options really. You let EG have that 15th round and go for a full buy up and try to back yourself in those gun rounds back to back to back to back to back. You take a bit of a risk, try to recover some weaponries and get a little bit ahead, or you go for a bit more of a janky buy next round. Could go for double AWPs maybe. If Moose and Sheikh can save up enough, and Sheikh gets a kill there as well, which definitely helps out. That might be the most effective of the 3.
Indeed. Oh, well. Just when it was starting to get rolling for Triumph, Evil Geniuses bite back.
It's a singular AWP. I think I want to see a double here. Just try to give yourself maximum chances of finding some picks early on.
Well, Moose has gone for it as well. So seems like you're on the money here, Pilski. But Triumph aren't so much on the money because there's not a whole lot left of it. Double AWP is a hefty investment.
Yeah, not a lot of utility. So the AWPs really have to find the picks for Triumph. Because if they're not playing from an advantageous situation, with the amount of utility they're working with, they're going to have a tough time holding these sites. But you're seeing some good aggression. Junior trying to find an angle in Playground, but he's taken that position that Breeze is in for granted. At least for the time being. Moose in short B. Tried to find a kill as well. Unfortunately, Breeze is punished. Junior there. Seems like he's reasonably aware that Sheikh could be up close here as well.
Certainly keeping an eye on his surroundings, but it's a case of timing, and the timing's gone wrong for Breezy. Sheikh does actually manage to catch him off guard, and into the B bomb site goes Ethan. That's a pick onto Penny, so the numbers advantage is still there for Evil Geniuses. Now the utility comes flying across, and the T's are making their entry into the site, but that's right into the AWP of Moose. No scope kill, But every time you see a kill from Triumph, you see a response from Evil Geniuses. Here might be another one. Moose does win a critical aim duel. That keeps him alive in the game. But on 4 HP, he's really only got a hope and a dream to rely on.
Yeah, and he's just kind of locked in this corner by Cirque. While the bomb's being run over to A, that's a 15th for EG. Triumph pretty broke. Right on match point is exactly not where you want to be.
Not wrong. Scout comes out for Junior. FAMAS is going to be the strongest weapon that they're actually going to be able to afford, although there are probably arguments to be made for the Deagle at times.
Yep.
Either way, it's not looking pretty for Triumph. And we're definitely staring down the barrel of a 16-6 victory for Evil Geniuses on the first map of this series.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what you'd expect, given the two teams that you've got in question here. I think Triumph getting a little outclassed, which there's no real shame in. EG are on a bit of a roll at the moment.
This is interesting, a push through the smoke from Moose, but maybe it comes a little too late. Bomb plant still goes down, and it's still a 2-on-2. Cirque looks sharp, deals with Moose, and it's Tarek now who has to deal with Junior holding a scout. Finds the side, and that's the end of the map. It's going to be Evil Geniuses, 16-6 over Triumph, and they get the 1-0 lead.